is the wisest person you know. Can you explain why you think that? What about the cleverest person you know? Do you think there's a difference between being clever and being wise? Hello everyone, I'm Kathleen Pelly. Welcome to Journey with Story. Today's tale is one of those trickster tales from Africa about Anansi the spider. In this story, Anansi is not satisfied with just being clever. He wants to be wise, and so he sets off on a journey to try and steal wisdom from others. One word you may not be familiar with is the word gourd, and it's just a type of fruit. Let's take a journey with how Anansi tries to steal all the wisdom in the world. Anansi the spider was clever. It was easy for him to trick people and outsmart them. But still, Anansi was clever enough to know that although he was clever, he was not wise. This bothered him so much that he determined to do something about it. For a long time he considered the problem until one day he had a clever thought. I know, he said. If I can get all the wisdom in the village and put it in a hollow gourd, I will be very wise indeed. In fact, I will be the wisest of all. So he set out to find a suitable gourd, and once he had that, he then started on his quest to collect the village's wisdom. He went from door to door, holding out his gourd and asking, "Please, can you give me some of your wisdom?" The people chuckled at poor Anansi, for they knew that of all the creatures it was he that needed some wisdom the most. But still, each put a small bit into his gourd and wished him well on his search. After a while, Anansi's gourd was so overflowing with wisdom it could hold no more. Now he needed to find a place to store all this wisdom. I am certainly the wisest person in the world now, but if I don't find a good hiding place for my wisdom, I may surely lose it. He looked around and spotted a tall tree. "Aha," he said. "If I could hide my wisdom way up high in that tree, I would never have to worry about someone stealing it from me." So Anansi set out to climb the towering tree. First, he took a cloth band and tied it around his waist. Then he tied the heavy gourd to the front of his belly where it would be safe. But as he began to climb, the gourd, brimming with wisdom, kept getting in the way. He tried and tried, but he could not figure out how to solve this dilemma. Soon, Anansi's youngest son walked by. "What are you doing, father?" asked the little spider. "I am climbing this tree with my gourd full of wisdom," Anansi replied. "But, father," said the son, "wouldn't it be much easier if you tied the gourd behind you instead of in front?" Anansi frowned. He stared at his son for a long time. Finally, he snapped, "Shouldn't you be going home now?" The son skipped down the path, and when he disappeared, Anansi moved the gourd so that it was behind him. And then he proceeded to climb up the tree without any problem at all. When he reached the top, he shouted, "I walked all over this village, and I collected so much wisdom that I am the wisest person ever, but yet still my baby son is wiser than me. Take back your wisdom." And with that, he lifted the gourd high over his head, and he spilled its contents into the wind. The wisdom blew far and wide and settled across the whole land. And this is how wisdom came to the world. So, has this story helped you decide what's the difference between being clever and being wise? Which would you rather be? I wonder, have you ever solved a problem for an adult the way Anansi's son did? Did you notice how this story shows us you don't need to be a grown-up to be wise? Isn't that good news? Cheerio then. Join me next time for Journey with Story.